Welcome to the campus of the University of Chicago, the Gerald Ratner Athletic Center. My name is Joseph Pecoraro. Alongside me is my friend and colleague Thomas Kimmons, and we're jumping right into the action with 16:41 remaining in the first half, with the University of Rochester Yellowjackets up by 7-5 over the Chicago Maroons. And a shot by number 11 puts the Maroons down by 4. Welcome to the campus of the University of Chicago, the Gerald Ratner Athletic Center. My name is Joseph Pecoraro. Alongside me is my friend and colleague Thomas Kimmons, and we're jumping right into the action with 16:41 remaining in the first half, with the University of Rochester Yellowjackets up by 7-5 over the Chicago Maroons. And a shot by number 11 puts the Maroons down by 4. Welcome to the campus of the University of Chicago, the Gerald Ratner Athletic Center. My name is number 11 for the Maroons, Tyler Howard. Fouls number 22 for the Yellowjackets, Michael Manigan, the 6'1", 170 freshman, who's getting his third start of his career today. 15:57 remaining. Rochester is up 9-5. And Mangan passes it out to Boris Smith. Boris Smith to Peretz. And Boris Smith with the three ball. It does not go through. Tyler Howard takes the ball down the court. Howard to Voss. Voss to Perez. Perez takes it, passes it back out to Voss. Voss to Perez. Perez to Howard. Howard into Nate Brooks. Nate Brooks loses the control of the basketball, gets it back, and it is going Rochester's way after a turnover by number 10, Nate Brooks. And a timeout is taken. You are watching U Chicago basketball. This WatchIDSN Sunday showcase only on WatchIDSN.com. Forrest Smith takes it. Forrest Smith to O'Shea. O'Shea passes it out to Tucker Knox. Tucker Knox to Boris Smith. Boris Smith takes a shot from deep, does not go through. Rebound by Seltzer. Seltzer goes up, and Seltzer will be going to the line to shoot. 14:56 remaining. Maroons 5, Yellowjackets 9 in the first half. Seltzer will be shooting 2. First one is in for Seltzer. That puts the Yellowjackets up by 5. And Seltzer nails them both. Tyler Howard with the three ball, airballs it, and rebounded by Jake Fenlon. Tyler Howard dribbles the ball down the court, isolation move, and misses, but a tip in by Blaine Crawford, and now the takes the ball down the court. Boris Smith getting double teamed. Passes it out, passing going on by Rochester. And it is 14-9 in favor of the Yellowjackets with 13:57 remaining in the first half. Tyler Howard takes the ball down the court. Foul on Waller Perez. That is going to be UCHICAGO's 5th team foul. Thomas getting in a lot of foul trouble earlier, the Maroons are, and Rochester's getting a lot of points from the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, if they keep that up, they could get the Maroons in a lot of foul trouble, and it could really hurt them.
Get the 6-3, 1 second, 15-9, 13:33 remaining in the first half. Tyler Howard dribbles down. Some nice dribble moves. Tyler Howard over to Alex Voss. Alex Voss to Colin Bartel. Voss with the three. Voss rims in and out. Gets some rebound. That is Rochester's getting a lot of points from the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, if they
and that is going to be 3 shots at the line. And if he gets all 3 of these, Chicago could be right back in this. Colin Barthel will be shooting his first of 3. Sinks the first of 3. It is now 15-10 with 13:10 remaining in the first half in favor of the Rochester Yellowjackets. Second goes 11-15.
Back in this.
Barthel nails his third one. It is going to be a 1-possession game with 13:10 remaining in the first half. Barthel.
Colin Barthel.
Shot.
Shooting his first of 3.
Rims in and out. Voss gets the rebound. Back to Barthel. Barthel
First of 3 is now
dribbles in. Passes it to Fenlon. Fenlon misses. Rebound by Rochester. And Michael Mangan takes the ball. Almost loses it, but gets possession back. Brendan O'Shea, the 6'1", 170 freshman, passes it out to number 35, Zach Ayers. And Mangan has it back again. Mangan. Shot clock's running down. 15 for Rochester. Almost misses it. And he does miss it. Voss with the rebound. Howard takes the ball down the court. And it is quick moving right here. Fenlon with a wide open 3. Goes through. It is 1-point game off the Fenlon 3. With 12:23 remaining in the first half. 14-15 in favor of the Rochester Yellowjackets. Mangan has the ball. And stolen. And a foul off ball. The pace of this game is getting a little too quick for both of these teams. That's why you're looking at a lot of these mistakes. Howard gets the pass in, and we are ready to get started here. Howard passes it to Fenlon. Fenlon over to back to Howard. Howard to Barthel. Barthel to Voss. Voss to Fenlon. Fenlon's dribbling the ball. Fenlon to Barthel. Barthel to Voss. Voss tries to drive in. Pump fake on the 3. Voss dribbles, drives. Contested shot. Off balance. Misses. Rebounded by number 11 for Rochester, Sam Bohr-Smith. Bohr-Smith takes the ball, drives a lane, and draws the foul. Foul looks to be on number 32 for the Maroons, Alex Voss, his first of the day. Pardon me, that was on number 2, Colin Barthel, his first of the day, as Sam Bohr-Smith, the 6'2", 180 junior, who's averaging 16.3 points per game, and is quite the defensive threat too, with 37 steals. Misses the first free throw. Second free throw. Howard drives the lane. Pardon me, not drives the lane. He drives it up court. It is 16-14 with 11:32 remaining in the first half. Howard passes it almost cross court over to Alex Voss. Voss looks to be in trouble. Passes it to Howard. Howard setting up a play. And a wide open Colin Barthel, who does not take the shot. Voss back to Barthel. Barthel with the 3. Does not get it. Rebound by Voss. Voss, Barthel. Barthel to Howard. Howard, Voss is wide open. Tips ball. That is going to be a staying with the University of Chicago on a mass substitution as Hurley, Jordan Smith, and Eric Robinson take it all in. 11:03 remaining. Hurley, his first possession of the day. Passes it to Voss. Voss to Hurley. Pardon me. To Barthel. Barthel. Rebound by Eric Robinson. And Hurley gets the ball. And a shooting foul. And the Maroons have the chance to tie things up. with 10:42 remaining in the first. 16-14 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. But two made free throws here, and that deficit could be cut to 0. And he makes it for his 15-16. It is a 1-point game.
And the Maroons have the chance to tie things up.
Second up.
10:42 remaining in the first. 16-14 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. But two made free
Colin Barthel.
That deficit could be cut to 0.
And he gets things level with 10:42 remaining in the first half. It is 16 all. As Michael Mangan takes the ball down the court. Mangan takes the ball again.
And he makes it for his 15-16.
Mangan passes it in to Seltzer. Seltzer posting up with a shot. Does not go. Rebound by Voss. Hurley taking the ball down the court. Eric Robinson looks to be trying to get things going. And Colin Barthel, no. Robinson Tippin, no. And Rochester gets the rebound. We are still tied up with 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. And a nice nifty move by Mangan, and Mangan with the easy lay-in. And Rochester's back up by 2, 18-16. And we have now just crossed the 10-minute mark in the first half. Hurley to Voss. Voss centers back up. Voss back to Barthel. Barthel to Hurley. Hurley and dribbles back in. That is to Barthel. Barthel doesn't know where to go. Passes back out to Hurley. And Smith, his first touch of the day. Smith pops up long two. Does not go. And Rochester has a chance to make this a 2-possession game with either a 4 or 5 point possession game here. Rochester passes it in. A beautiful pick and roll. And he is going to get 3 points to Hardway as a blocking foul on Scott Hurley.
And dribbling back in. That is to Barthel. Barthel.
Look at this team, and this Rochester team, and they are a very young team. Of their 10 key players, only 2 of them are seniors. One of them, however, is Jared Seltzer, who is averaging nearly 19 points a game and has 51 points over the last 2 games. Zach Ayers gets the 3-point play to go, and 21-16, and Rochester is now in the bonus. 9:25 remaining in the first. Hurley, he takes the ball down the court as it appears. Hurley dribbles it in. Hurley almost loses it, and that's a foul on number 11, Sambor Smith.
Zach Ayers gets the 3-point play to go, and 21-16, and Rochester is now in the bonus. 9:25 remaining in the first. Hurley, he takes the ball down the court as
Jordan Smith, and they're gonna call
Hurley dribbles it in.
as an off-ball foul, and New Chicago loses possession of it. Still down by 5. Sambor Smith, 6'2", 180 junior guard, takes the ball, passes it to number 25, and Seltzer gets the ball, passes it out to Boris Smith. Boris Smith almost loses it, nearly a travel, and number 10 for Rochester, and he is out of bounds, and either way it would have been U Chicago ball, as Hurley came up with the turnover, but it will not be going U Chicago's way anyway. And Hurley, he will be taking the ball down the court, hoping to close in this game up, tighten that Rochester lead. Jordan Smith passes to Alex Voss. Alex Voss drives the lane and loses possession of the basketball, and it is Rochester ball with 8:35 remaining in the first half. It is 21-16 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Rochester is 10-6 on the year and 3-2 in conference play. U Chicago is ranked number 11, but they did lose to Emroy by 6, I believe, and Seltzer drives in with the layup. 23-16, 8:23 remaining in the first half. But number 11 ranked Chicago is not playing like a top 15 team. And nearly a turnover.
16 in favor of
Jordan Smith passes it out to Tyler Howard, who's back in the game. Tyler Howard to Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith drives the lane, passes it out to Barthel. Barthel almost loses possession of the basketball. Barthel with the free throw jumper, and it's good. 18 to 23.
23-16.
U Chicago is down by 5 with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. And a three ball by Rochester, and it is good. Sam Smith puts them up by 8. Puts the Yellowjackets up by 8 with 7:37 remaining. And that is out of bounds. That is out of bounds. And you see the Rochester student section getting a little rowdy over there. A good sized crowd out for today's game. One half of the bleachers is full and the other half is getting full. Rochester takes the ball. Sam Smith, who is the unquestioned leader of this team, takes another three and in and out. As Alex Voss takes the ball down the court, passes it to Howard. Howard, oh, and a block by Tucker Knox, a 6'7", 205 sophomore.
A good-sized crowd out for today's game.
Tucker Knox says no, sir. But U Chicago keeps possession of the basketball, and Boris Smith is out of the game, gets subbed out. And U Chicago passes it back in, restart the game. Colin Barthel, Tyler Howard gets the ball. Barthel to Voss, or Howard to Voss, Voss back to Howard. Howard centers everything up. Back to Barthel, Barthel to Voss. Voss drives it in, passes out to Blaine Crawford, and it is staying with the Maroons. 26 to 18, 6:49 remaining in the first half. U Chicago's down by 8. Smith, Voss with a quick three, does not go. The buzzer beater does not go, and after a little quarrel there, Rochester gets the rebound. Michael Mangan over to Mac Montague. Mac Montague with the three ball, and the Rochester Yellowjackets are up by 11 with 6:30 remaining in the first half. Jordan Smith, and that is a blocking foul on Mac Montague. On Michael Mangan, a 6'1", 170 freshman who has played. And Boris Smith, after a quick breather, is going back in as Michael Mangan is out of the game for the Yellowjackets. And it is Jordan Smith, who's been quiet, and gets this game within 10 for 1-1, and now both teams are in the bonus. And Jordan Smith, who is one of the most leading scorers in U Chicago basketball history, has a chance to cut this lead into single digits, and does not. It is still, nearly a steal. It is still going to Rochester after a little quarrel over there by Colin Barthel. Sam Smith takes the ball down the court, passes it over to Mac Montague. Mac Montague over to Dylan Peretz. Peretz back to Montague. Montague back to Peretz. Peretz does not get it, and the rebound goes to Tyler Howard, who's taking the ball down the court and really trying to pick up the pace here. Tyler Howard over to Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith with some nice moves, doesn't get it. Rebound over there by Mac Montague of the Yellowjackets, who is taking it, and number 33, Ryan Clamage. Number 3, 4, and Seltzer gets his own rebound, and is fouled. You can sense the frustration out of that U Chicago head coach, Mike McGrath, who has been the unquestioned leader of this new program, Uprise, for the Maroons. And Dylan Peretz, who has averaged 10 rebounds a game over the last 2 games. Both of them wins against Carnegie Mellon and Case Western Reserve. And misses it, and the lead is still 10, 5:40 remaining in the first half. 19-29 in favor of the Yellowjackets as Jake Fenlon looks to be coming in. Blaine Crawford takes the ball. Jordan Smith loses the basketball, and that is a foul. That is a foul on number 11 for the Yellowjackets, Sambor Smith. That is going to be his second foul of the day. Each team has a total of UChicago leads the foul count 9-8. That's not a category you want to lead yourself in. And Jordan Smith once again has the opportunity to cut the lead down to single digits. And he does not. The lead remains 10 for the Yellowjackets as number 10 for Rochester, Mac Montague takes the ball down the court. Montague drives the lane, and a huge rejection by Blaine Crawford. The 6'8", 221 junior out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Blaine Crawford said, "No, sir." And gets the two anyway. And the lead is now 31-19 in favor of the Yellowjackets. Tyler Howard passes it to Jake Fenlon. Jake Fenlon over to back to Howard. Howard to Voss. Voss pump fake. Up. Drives in. Loses possession of the basketball. And that is going to stay with the Maroons. 4:57 remaining in the first half. It is still 31-19 in favor of Rochester. Chicago passes it out. And Voss gets the inbound pass. Voss over to Barthel. Barthel turns the ball over, and number three misses the breakaway, and that is going to be a foul on number 3 for Rochester, Tucker Knox. He's 6'7", 205, sophomore forward.
It is still 31-19 in favor of Rochester.
And that is going to be a 1-and-1. And now each team's foul counts are level at 9. The foul is going to go on Tucker Knox, his second of the ball game.
Number three misses.
As Tyler Howard has a chance to cut this lead back down to 10. And he will cut it down to 11 and has the chance to cut it down to 10. 4:45 remaining in the first half. 31-20 in favor of the Rochester Yellowjackets. You are watching college basketball. Doubleheader action right here at WatchIDSN.com. And Tyler Howard cuts the lead down to 10. 31-21 with 4:45 remaining. As Michael Mangan takes it out and he pushes it up the court. Seltzer to Zach Ayers. And a 3-ball by number 10, Mac Montague. Pushes the lead up to 13. Not a lot is going right for the Maroons. 4:22 remaining in. Fenlon passes it to Blaine Crawford. Crawford taken up by Jake Fenlon as he registers the steal. Tyler Howard. Fenlon with the 3. Fenlon misses it. Blaine Crawford gets the rebound, and that is a foul. And Blaine Crawford will be shooting 1-and-1.
Does not go.
Foul on number 22 for the Yellowjackets. Michael Mangan. That'll be his third of the day. And you're just getting into a little bit of foul trouble. Blaine Crawford has a chance to cut this lead down to 11. And he will. Pardon me, that was not a 1-and-1. It is a straight 2 shots.
And Blaine Crawford will be shooting.
Blaine Crawford out. And that is a foul on Rochester, and that is another 2 shots. And now UChicago has a chance to cut this lead down to 10 with 2 shots made by Colin Barthel, the 6'8", 215 sophomore out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Barthel drains the first, 34-23 in favor of the Maroons with 3:51 remaining in the first half.
That is a foul on Rochester.
Jake Fenlon comes out of the game.
2 shots And now Chicago has a chance to cut this lead down to 10 with 2 shots
Barthel shot does not go through, but near rebound by Blaine Crawford, but just not going to happen. And Sam Bohr-Smith for the Yellow Jackets passes it out to Daniel Schwartz. Schwartz back to Bohr-Smith. Bohr-Smith drives it in. Up and under does not go as Tyler Barthel gets the rebound. Tyler Howard pushes up the court. Howard passes to Barthel. Barthel to Voss. Voss to Smith. Looks like they're running a little 4-out offense. Voss drives in. Voss out back to Barthel. Barthel spin move, and that is a looks like a push. No, it's not. It will not be 2 shots. Seltzer over back to number 10, number 10, number 2 with the 3. Does not go. It is rebounded by Barthel. Barthel to Howard. Howard stolen, and Sam Bohr-Smith will rebound, and that is going back to the Maroons. 34-23. With 2:47 remaining in the first half. Your 11th ranked Maroons are still down by 11. But with 2 made free throws here, Blaine Crawford has a chance to cut this lead down to single digits. And U Chicago has a lot of opportunities to cut these lead down because they are fouling quite often. And it is not working, as you just saw there, as it is now only at most going to be cut down to a 10-point lead, as if Blaine Crawford, the 6'8", 6'25" junior forward, makes a free throw, and he will. 24-34 in favor of Rochester with 2:46 remaining in the first half. Sam Bohr-Smith takes the ball down the court. Sam Bohr-Smith back to Daniel Schwartz. Schwartz back to Seltzer. Seltzer to Bohr-Smith. Bohr-Smith to Schwartz. Schwartz to Bohr-Smith. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And Daniel Schwartz in and out. And that is a foul on Blaine Crawford. And it is the second foul of the day. 2:21 remaining in the first half. Maroons are down by 10 as 33 Ryan Clemage sinks his first of 2 free throws. And now the Yellow Jackets are up by 11. Barthel to Smith. Smith almost loses the ball. Barthel, Fenlon, Howard, back to Barthel, back to Howard, Crawford, and Crawford will be hopefully getting 3 points the hard way, and hopefully will cut this lead down to single digits. Hopefully they will. They're having some trouble cutting this lead down to single digits. They've had opportunities to do so all game, but have just not been able to do so. Blaine Crawford lines up at the free throw line. And this lead down to single digits. Crawford cuts the lead down to 9. It is 27-36 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets are 36-27. And you look at the Maroons season, and it has been Blaine Crawford lines up at the free throw line. 2 games, and are coming off of maybe we're thinking that because they lost this 12-13 winning streak that they had to Emroy, now they are now tied first in the conference, but maybe they think, maybe the emotions are running a little too high, and it's up to Coach McGrath to get those emotions possessions in check as the timeout expires. Chicago and Rochester both return to the court. That's going to be Smith, Robinson, Voss, Barthel, and Howard, who are out there for the Maroons. And for Rochester, it will be Clemage, Peralt, O'Shea, Seltzer, and Bohr-Smith. Bohr-Smith takes the ball down. Bohr-Smith over. Bohr-Smith passes out to Seltzer. Seltzer with the free ball, and that goes through, and that single-digit lead for the Yellow Jackets is short-lived. Howard takes the ball down the court. 1:35 remaining in the first half. 39-27 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Jordan Smith gets the ball, passes it out to Colin Barthel. Barthel to Howard. Howard back to Barthel. Barthel back to Howard. Howard setting things up. Back to Voss. Voss. Court. And you can sense the passion and the drive players have. We're under a minute remaining now in the first half. And a stole by Howard. Howard of Kindle. This stole the lead. Back to Tyler Howard. Howard to Voss. 9 seconds left in the game. 8, 7, 6. Voss drives in. Voss. Floater alert does not go. Seltzer. Bohr-Smith heaves it up. Off the corner. And Bohr-Smith tries it again. Hits the same place. And we are going into the halftime break. Your score in Chicago, it is the Maroons 31 and the Yellow Jackets 41. Each team has 10 fouls and only one, and it appears, the Maroons have 5 timeouts, have all of them. You really sense how much control of the game in terms of the pace that the Rochester Yellow Jackets had. They came into this game supremely confident. The Maroons came into it sort of anxious after losing that winning streak. They might be a little too the polls, knowing the freehoops.com polls, and the Midwestern basketball, at least in D3, the Midwestern basketball scene has really shined over these past few years, and none more present, none more shown than right now, as a number of you have teams like Augustana, St. Norbert's, Benedictine, Elmhurst, Chicago. All of these teams are all ranked in the top 25. Many of them are actually ranked in the top 5. This is going to make for some interesting postseason action. You are watching men's basketball, college basketball, on the WatchIDSN Sunday Showcase here on WatchIDSN.com.
None more present, none more shown than right now, as a number of teams. You have teams like Augustana, St. Norbert's, Benedictine, Elmhurst, Chicago. All of these teams are all ranked in the top 25. Many of them are actually ranked in the top 5. This is going to make for some interesting postseason action. You are watching men's basketball, college basketball, on the WatchIDSN Sunday Showcase here on WatchIDSN.com. None more present, none more shown than right now, as a number of teams. You have teams like Augustana, St. Norbert's, Benedictine, Elmhurst, Chicago. All of these teams are all ranked in the top 25. Many of them are actually ranked in the top 5. This is going to make for some interesting postseason action. You are watching men's basketball, college basketball. They showcase here on WatchIDSN.com. None more present, none more shown than right now, as a number of teams. You have teams like Augustana, St. Norbert's, Benedictine, Elmhurst, Chicago. All of these teams are all ranked in the top 25. Many of them are actually ranked in the top 5. This is going to make for some interesting postseason action. You are watching men's basketball, college basketball. Sunday Showcase. None more present, none more shown.
We come here from every state in America and over 70 plantations that you can think of. We're scientists who love sports, thespians who are really into math, we're philosophers who play piano and someday want to start our own tech firms. We're musicians who spend our weekends volunteering, and we're budding politicians who love to paint. We're interested in a lot of things, but we all share to learn in a diverse and passionate environment, and we get to do that in here. It's
We are back at the University of Chicago. Part of the technical difficulties, the Wi-Fi crashed here at the university. Block attempt by Jordan Smith turns into a foul call. Number 10, Mac Montague will shoot two. 50-36. Rochester with 16:48 remaining in the second half of the, along with Jake Fellon. Montague missed the first. Again, you're watching University of Chicago basketball on WatchIDSN. Press with a drive miss. Montague takes it up. Goes to the lane and an easy layup. 53-36, Rochester. Pass to Fellon. Over to Howard. Over to Perez. Turnover. Boris Smith, 2. Ryan Clemage for the easy lay-in. 55-36. That work. Over to Howard. Howard takes it in and scores. Chicago are seeing some stops now, and they can easily get back into this ball game. Swing pass. Down low. Well defended by Howard on Perez. Misses. Rebound by Perez. Misses the easy layup. For three. Fenlon for three. Misses. And over the back call on Voss. Smith is currently on the bench right now with a hurt finger. His return is questionable. Rochester moved the ball around, and for another three. Oh, in and out, man. The bench was about to erupt. Hurley takes it up, past the Perez. Down low to Crawford. Crawford with the... Out to Hurley. Fenlon. Trying to take it in, can't. And a reach-in foul on number 11, Sam Boris-Smith. Sambor Smith now exits the game. Replaced by Manigan takes it down. Well defended by Hurley. And a steal by Barthel. And loses the ball. And knocks it out, and it's going the other way. Down for Rochester. O'Shea. Manigan. The Clamage going to the lane and takes it in strong, but blocked by Perez. 60-38 Rochester with 13:15 left in the game. You are watching Chicago basketball. WatchIDSN. As they've handled the ball pretty well and have really missed a shot for Fenlon. Fenlon pump fake. Over to Howard. Hurley takes it up top. Over to Bethel. Shot attempt by Barthel, missed, but gets his own rebound and a foul on the ground. Foul on number 3, Tucker Knox. Voss is still trying to get his game going. And he will have to guard Mac Montague for Rochester, who's putting on a Stephen Curry-like showing today. Barthel trying to get it down low to Crawford. Can't. Swim back around. Oh, back down to Crawford. And is fouled on the shot attempt. He will shoot 2. Still 60-38 with 12:27 left in the second half. This is not something you would think you would see out of a team that won 12 in a row before last game's loss to Emory. Crawford makes the first. Crawford is a 6'8", 225-pound junior from St. Paul, Minnesota. And makes the second. Lead down to 20. Still a lot of time left in this game. Just wondering if Chicago can get some stops. Manigan takes down. To Montague. Over to A's. Over to O'Shea. Manigan calling for a screen. Takes it in. An easy layup by Michael Manigan. The 6'1" freshman making a big impact for his team today. Over to Voss. Voss takes it up top. Over to Hurley. Hurley, jab step, takes it in. And a block foul. The Rochester coach does not like that call. Hurley will shoot 2. Again, Jordan Smith went up for a block attempt and I think hit his finger on the rim. He is still sitting on the bench and has been for at least the last 6 to 7 minutes. Timeout, Chicago. 62-41 Rochester with 11:42 left in the second half. You're watching University of Chicago basketball on WatchIDSN. We are back here at the Joe Ratner Athletic Center. 62 from a team that is high. Over to O'Shea, who takes it in, kicks it back out to Montague. Misses yet another three. He seemed to have gone cold so far since checking back into this ball game. Rebound by Barthel. Over to Hurley. Still looking to get Crawford down in the post, but well defended by number 35, Zach Ayers for the Rochester. Over to Fenlon. Fenlon pump fake. 3-ball. 62. Drive by Manigan. Over to Voss. Down to Crawford. Crawford goes up strong, and a layup is good. Little run here by Chicago. But again, basketball is a game of runs, so let's see if Chicago can continue this. Manigan. To Montague. To Ayers. Miss three by O'Shea. Here comes Hurley. Hurley to Fenlon. Fenlon well one, but he'll shoot two and get it the hard way at the stripe. (62-47) with 9:56 left in today's game. Makes the first, and some subs for Rochester. Checking into the game are number 40, Jared Seltzer, number 44, Dylan Peretz, and number 11, Sam Borse-Smith. Back into this game, and by the looks of it, by the score, coach might just sit him for the remainder of this game, for it is still a very long season, and he is one of the key parts to this team. Over to Borse-Smith. Peretz back to Smith. Borse-Smith takes it in. Reverse layup is no good. Rebound. Here comes Hurley. Chicago's got to push the end. Turnover. Borse-Smith with the strip. Chicago is getting a little frustrated, as I would be if I were in this game too. Over to Montague. Montague calling out a play. Looks like a pick and roll for Peretz. Stripped by Fenlon, but gets the ball back. And an acrobatic. Chicago is really trying to push the ball. And look who's coming back in. Jordan Smith for Chicago. Will look to provide some scoring as to try and cut down this deficit. Again, it is still not too late. Chicago does have scores, but one scorer, Fenlon, is on the bench. Howard over to Voss for three. Got it. 64-52, and Chicago is cutting this lead down. Waller Perez is going back to the score table to check into this game. Some more scoring and some more post moves as well. Over to Manigan. Manigan takes it in, kicks it back out. Drive by Seltzer is a good layup, 66-52. Barthel to Voss. Voss slips for three. Got it. Chicago is getting their goals hit their past three shots, and they are put themselves back into this ball game with 8:01 left. 66-50.
Into math. We're philosophers who play piano and someday want to start our own tech firms. We're musicians who spend our weekends volunteering, and we're budding politicians who love to paint. We're interested in a lot of things, but we all share one thing in common. We love to learn in a diverse and passionate environment, and we get to do that inside the most exciting city in America. If we only had 30 seconds, that's what we would say. Which
66-55, 8:01 left in the second half. Again, I am Thomas Gibbons. Alongside me, Joseph Pecoraro. And UChicago's has had a great second half as of late. You know, started off pretty slow, but now have got themselves back into this game. Just need a couple stops here. Bort Smith over to Manigan. Manigan down low to Seltzer. Seltzer backs it down, goes up with the hook and misses. Rebound by Voss. Here comes Howard down the court. Howard looking inside. No. Voss back up top. Back to Howard. Smith still trying to get some points in today's game. He's had a lot of chances, just hasn't converted. Smith sets a pick for Perez. Perez over to Voss. Voss for three. Oh. Voss has hit 3 straight threes now. He is feeling it. 66-58 with 7:20 left. Down low. Kick back out. Seltzer. Seltzer with the pump fake. Over to Manigan. Manigan back down low to Peretz. Seltzer at the top. Seltzer well defended by Voss. And the crowd is getting into it here at the Gerald Ratner Center. Well defended by Voss, but Seltzer lifts and banks it in. 68-58, down by 10 with 6:50 left. This is going to be a close finish, ladies and gentlemen. Over to Perez, down to Voss. Voss. Back up to Howard. Howard directing traffic. Over to Smith. Smith deflected out of bounds. I mean, if I were Chicago, I'd try to get the ball into the hands of Voss as much as possible, whether it's the three-point line or maybe a driving kick. He has the hot hand. Howard takes it in. Strawn. Missed layup. Sambor Smith settles things down for Rochester as they can take their time. They're up by 10 with around 6:15 left. Peretz drive by Bort Smith. Well defended by Tyler Howard. Tyler Howard kicks. And Mike McGrath just got himself a technical. His look as a head coach, but maybe it will get this UChicago team fired up. Mike Montague makes the first of the technical free throws. Makes the second, and 70-58. UChicago fans do not like that. Mike McGrath is still talking to this referee, keeping his cool, trying not to get kicked out of this game. For his team needs him, as they're still trying to come with close to this game. I mean, it hasn't been close since the beginning. 58 with 6:03 left at the University of Chicago. Rochester up. And we'll resume action here after the technical free throws. Sambor Smith, the point. Bort Smith trying to go on Jordan Smith, and Jordan Smith gets called for the hand check. Still checking out that finger. Hopefully it's okay. Jordan Smith's third foul, but with around 6 minutes left in the game, I don't think it's going to matter if he fouls out at this point. He's going to be kept in. He's a key part to this team. Nate Brooks with the deflection, but it was out on him. He does not like that. He thinks that the Rochester hand of Michael Manigan slid in there and hit it out, but that's not what the ref saw. Pass back in to Michael Manigan. Now Sambor Smith will take over the point guard duties, trying to make some moves and lifts it over Jordan Smith, and it's good. 2 points, 72-58 with 5:38 remaining. And Rochester is pulling away despite a recent surge of Chicago They just cannot get some defensive stops. Over to Voss. Voss takes it in, drives. Blocking foul. Hand check foul was on Tucker Knox, his 5th. He has checked out of the game. Coming back into the game is Mac Montague. Voss makes his first timeout by Mike McGrath. He is still talking to the referees about that bad call that got him a technical. 72-59, 5:27 left at the University of Chicago Gerald Ratner Center. You're watching Chicago basketball on WatchIDSN. Back at the Gerald Ratner Center at the University of Chicago, I'm Thomas Gibbons. Need some stops and get some shots to fall, and it can be a close one coming down to the last couple minutes of this one. Seltzer lifts it, missed, and Seltzer is down on the court in pain, holding his ankle. Run on that jump shot. Seltzer helped up by Voss, but still cannot walk on his own. Seltzer is a key component of this team. He has done a lot in the post today and has made some big shots, especially in the second half, increasing this Rochester lead. Jordan Smith spotting up in the corner. Still has not found his groove yet today, but it's never too late as the Maroons are down by 12 and turns the ball over. Sambor Smith is stripped by Voss. This could be down low. Voss up top, short. Voss gets his own rebound, takes it back in. Little dish to Perez. Perez's foot stepped out of bounds, but the refs failed to see it. Montague hands it off to Manigan. Manigan, guarded by Smith. Over to Boris Smith. Back to Montague. Shot missed by Mac Montague. One of his few misses of the day. Tyler Howard takes up the court. Tyler Howard drives, and layup is good. Time out by Mike McGrath. 72-62. 3:58 left, down by 10. 7 left, 72-62. Rochester, a drive, kick. Turnover, stolen by Barthel. Turnover by Tyler Howard. Reverse layup is good. And the lead is down to 8 with 3:30 left. Here comes University of Chicago. They got their guys in. They got the sharpshooters in. They're all ready to go. Oh, near turnover. Here goes Montague. Montague drives. Stay in here after the missed layup by Mac Montague. Again, Montague averages 9 points a game, but that's not in the case today as he has had a lot of three-point shots. Montague for three again and makes it 75-64, and when Chicago had hope, it was severely crushed by that Montague three-point ball. Perez over to Voss. Voss drives it in. Layup up and foul. 2 shots coming for Voss. 64.